That was the first and only white girl I ever loved. Like, I swear, on my mama, you can ask her. Hayden Panettiere. Rest in peace, dog. I just started watching Heroes again. That shit is crazy. I was like 12 years old. Like, you couldn't tell me nothing about Claire Bennett. Nothing. Like, nothing. Say the cheerleader, say the world.
Yeah, what's up, guys? This is KLA, and that was a clip from a TikToker by the name of Russ, if I got your name right. And it was about actress Hayden Panettiere, a familiar face. People know her from Heroes. What else? Nashville. She starred in, and she was in the Scream. She one of the Scream movies, and yeah, like remember the Titans. Yeah, yeah. So I heard this morning that she died in at the age of 36, and you know later on, I'm starting to understand she could have died of a potential overdose. But I don't want to go too deep into it. Some of it I'll probably talk about. But yeah, she passed away, and I remembered her. I first remember Hayden on Malcolm in the Middle, and she played Jessica. And Jessica, in her character Jessica, she was very manipulative. And I'm gonna show some clips of it.
Hi, Malcolm.
You got the car? How'd you get the car?
I just had a little shopping to do, and your mom insisted I take the car.
What do you mean she insisted? I've been begging her for weeks. Every time I ask, she says no.
That's where you made your mistake. I just got all vulnerable and poured on stuff about my dad. It was easy.
No way.
Look, Malcolm, it's not something I'm proud of, believe me. It's how I've learned to survive in my twisted family. We're like a total cesspool of manipulation and emotional blackmail. Everyone screwing everyone over. I don't even know a true, honest way to connect with people anymore. It's sick. I'm sick.
Jessica, wait. I'm sorry.
Oh, thanks for carrying my bags for me, Malcolm. Told you it was easy. I don't understand what relative density is.
It's the weight of an object compared to the weight of an equal volume of water.
Oh, neat. Reese, you have the next bath after Dewey. 2 more minutes, Dewey. Okay.
You can't make me take a bath. I'll go outside and roll in the mud, and I'll go to bed that way.
Come on, be a big boy. I'll take the tugboat and you can have the ducky.
You think this is funny?
It's kind of funny.
Reese, I'll make you a deal. Help me with the dishes and I won't make you take a bath.
You can't make me do anything.
Boy, Allison was right about your temper.
What are you talking about?
Oh, she was kind of saying that you were... You know what? Never mind.
Is she mad at me?
I wouldn't say mad.
What'd she say?
I probably shouldn't.
No. You have to. Give me that.
Well, it wasn't really what she said. It was more the way she said it. Oh, that's baked on. You're gonna need some cleanser for that.
Oh, okay. Go on.
Okay, Reese is easy, but she's...
Yeah, so that's when I first knew about her, her character. She that's where she originally stood out for me. She been acting since she was a kid. And yeah, that her character was very funny. She was very manipulative and getting Malcolm to do things. It was one episode where she she was like giving Malcolm like mixed feelings of how she likes him or something like that, and she kissed him. And yeah, it was a long time ago since I've been watching Malcolm in the middle, but I remember her character. She was very manipulative, messing with Malcolm's emotions at times. So and then later on, I seen her starred in Heroes. I watched Heroes, when it first came on because it was like an X-Men type of thing where these people with superpowers, you know, was being hunted by this other person with superpowers called Scylla. And yeah, this is like one of the clips. She played Claire from Heroes.
What do you mean it's gone? What?
Oh my God! Claire! I'm so sorry. Are you all right?
Yeah, I'm okay. I'm alright. Yeah, you just got me up.
I thought I heard something snap.
No. I'm okay. Fine. I'm okay.
Guess you're not so dainty after all.
I'm Damien. Let's cover into you.
I just really like you, Claire. Don't you like me?
Stop!
Claire! Claire!
This false evolution is not sentimental. Like the Earth itself, it knows only the hard facts of life's struggle with death. All you can do is hope and trust that when you have served its needs faithfully,
Yeah, so I know at one point it got canceled, then it got brought back. Yeah, here's another clip.
Hey, what's your name?
Peter?
I'm Claire.
Are you the one? Saving you, did I save the world?
I don't know. It's cheerleader.
Save the cheerleader, save the world. Claire was a typical high school cheerleader. She had friends, a boyfriend, popularity, but there was one thing about Claire that no one even knew about, not even herself. She was invincible. You could break her bones, burn her body, stab her, throw her off a building, and somehow her body would just come back together. Now you're probably thinking like the rest of us, wow, that's probably the coolest superpower ever. And that's where you're wrong, because this superpower put Claire in a world of danger. Once people started finding out what Claire could do, they started hunting her. And her own father was in on the schemes to get her. A lot of companies and a lot of people wanted to study her, run tests, ultimately have control over her abilities. But there was someone worse than the big corporations, and his name was Skylar. You see, Skylar had the ability to take other people's abilities, and he wanted to take Claire's ability. Claire is literally the most important person in the Heroes universe. She was just a teenage girl that had to grow up too fast because the world realized that she had superpowers that they all wanted.
Yeah, man. I was watching that as much as I could, but it didn't stay long. Yeah, I know that came out like 2006, and maybe like I know they did a second season, and I think after the second season it got canceled, and then I think they brought it back with like 2009 or 10, one of them joints. But yeah, that's where a lot of people they watched her from that TV show. That's where she blew up, and later on she was in another TV show called Nashville. I didn't watch Nashville, but I remember her being. I remember I seen her on the show. So yeah, yeah, like I said, the reports there. It's all over social
We
media.
all woke up to the news this morning, and I felt so sad.
Terrible.
It was hard when she was here that day.
So talented, so promising. It played so many iconic roles, and this is news that we're waking up to.
And that, of course, is where we're going to begin this morning. The heartbreaking news that actor Hayden Panettiere has passed away. The star, known for her beloved roles on shows like Heroes and Nashville. She was so good. She would have turned 37 on Friday. Officials tell CBS News she was found unresponsive at an apartment complex in South Carolina. The cause is still under investigation. But as of now, officials say there are no signs of foul play or suspicious circumstances. Her father has confirmed that her death in a statement. He says this: she's an incredible light and a force of nature who brought immeasurable love and joy to all who knew her. Her life, as we all know, was marked with many public highs and many public lows, both on screen and off. And just like us, her death has also left the entertainment world in shock. The tributes, as you might expect, they are pouring in. Viola Davis, who starred alongside Hayden in the 2016 film Custody, said this: she was an amazing talent and she's so gifted. Selma Blair commented on Panettiere's final Instagram post: I love you. Don't be gone. Don't be gone. Please, please. And Bethany Joy Lenz, who knew her as a child actor, says she was just crushed by her death. I think a lot of people felt that way, guys. You know, it was when she was here in the studio that day, and I was talking to her off camera. She was saying she felt that she was in a good place. Her daughter meant everything to her, and giving up her daughter, custody to the dad, was one of the hardest things, but she thought that was what was best for her daughter. But she was clearly still struggling. And to wake up to hear this news was really tough. And we don't know the official cause of death. We still don't know that.
Yeah, I was watching somewhere in another media that I wish I'd have put the clip there, but I don't know if I could. Probably could. I didn't, but you know, from what I understand, it could have been a potential an overdose. You know, she did have a drug addiction over the years, and there's this YouTuber. Her name is Sabi. I forgot, but I'm gonna play the clip, and she pointed out that Hayden did like an interview, and she was talking about how, you know, growing up, you know, while Hayden was acting, she was supporting her family. Her father, from what I understand, was a police officer, but her mother became her manager, and it almost, to a point, it was like a toxic relationship between her and her mother. And there were other things too, like she pointed out on his interview. She was saying that somebody that she knew was pimping her, and for predatory men and stuff like that. And I think the person, they was a well-known actor, but she didn't reveal the actor. And you know, so I'm gonna play this clip.
And a momager. You know, where everything didn't revolve around business.
This woman never had a normal childhood. When you come out of the womb already an employee, she never had a childhood.
And there were periods of time as I got older where we spent a lot of time traveling and on the road together, and I was the only person there, so I became the confidant and the assistant and the therapist and the shoulder to cry on and everything but her child.
Have you ever had the opportunity to tell her that and to have that conversation with her?
When I was 19, I finally got the guts got up the courage to split from her as business wise, because I desperately wanted a relationship with her, desperately wanted her to just be my mom. And so she came into my trailer during lunch when we were filming Heroes, and I said to her, I don't want us to work together anymore. I just want you to be my mom. And I remember being hopeful, but there was that part of me who knew her too well. But I also wasn't expecting the reaction that I got, which was, "You owe me." And that's all she said. And she walked out. And part of me was like, oh, I'm relieved that it was short, like ripped the Band-Aid off. But then it was like this dark looming cloud, over my head going, what does she mean by I owe her? What form of payment is she expecting? And it was disappointing to find out that it was money and that she didn't pursue a relationship with me.
This is that's incredibly sad for a parent to tell their child that they owe them. And I guess the owe that she was talking about was money. That is so sad. Some of you may be watching now and maybe you didn't always, get along with your parents, or maybe you guys didn't always have like the best relationship. And maybe you're listening to what Hayden, was saying here, and maybe you might be able to look at things a little bit differently. I don't know your situation, but what I'm saying is, my parents and I, when I was growing up, we used to butt heads and things like that sometimes.
Yeah, so that's Sabby Sab. Check her out. She's a YouTuber that I was watching some of the video that she put out there, and she was talking about the interview that Hayden Panettiere was doing, and yeah, she talks about how when she was growing up, like hardships that she was dealing with, with her relationship with her moms, and yeah, so I mean, it's sad, I didn't really expect that, but like death, it just comes to people, not too, like last week, there's this guy I grew up with, I would say he was like my younger brother. I'm older than him, like, yeah, maybe like several years older than him. He was in his 40s, I'm in my 50, I'm 50 really. And, he passed away, that kind of hit me a bit, cause I grew up with him, consider him like a younger brother, and I don't really have siblings. So yeah, you don't know when your time you're gonna expire and stuff. So, but yeah, I didn't really hear about her in a minute, until, I heard that she passed away. And shout out to Tyrone Magnus. That's where I heard that she passed. Yeah, so yeah, man. I just wanted to make this video on Hayden and stuff, recognizing her. Hope she has a better life in the afterlife. So, yeah, man, I don't want to stay too long on this, but yeah. So